Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another edition of Eric's Corner with the word of the not so wise. Going to do another episode of election news and predictions. So the FBI, right on their page, said after an investigation, Trump did not incite nor is guilty of any kind of insurrection. If you feel differently, then don't fucking vote for him. Okay, your personal opinions don't dictate reality. I mean, it's really getting really tiresome watching Trump make a speech and then a headline reporting nothing that he at all said. When he talked about there's going to be an automotive industry bloodbath if I don't get elected. Well, the economy's in total shit, and it's not from 4 years of Trump. It's probably from 5 years of Biden, or I'm sorry, 5 decades of Biden, if I had to really speculate here. And then the Washington Post or whichever one of these bullshit, CNN, whichever one of these bullshitting left-wing news organizations, Trump says there's going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't win. Just, do you think I didn't just watch that goddamn speech? We just, enough with taking what he said. We literally watched it live or whatever, and then trying to make a headline out of it. It's just played out and getting really tired. CNN, I've called you out before. Joe Rogan has 13 times the viewership that you do. Just go away. Just go under already. I think that this influx of immigration that we're having is to implement martial law. They're just going to make these things so bad where they say, hey, we got to have martial law. We got to clean this up. So we're going to cancel the election, which martial law, I do believe, is grounds for holding an election, which I would think would be what they're trying to do here. That's my updated prediction on that. Media is just so full of shit. They're not preaching news. They're telling you, what narrative they want you to follow, and most people aren't really. Nobody's really buying it anymore. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's relevant to the video, so I'll go ahead and dip in on the whole TikTok ban. I mean, I say absolutely not. I mean, they've painted this picture of it being a national security issue. I don't understand what having a bunch of girls dance with their asses and tits hanging out have anything to do with national security. Even if they do have an insanely good reason that they can overwhelmingly prove that both parties agree on. Problem is next time they're going to have an even thinner reason to ban something, to get rid of X or more censorship on Facebook, which they've already admitted to the CEOs or whoever the senators were interviewing. They've already admitted to taking money from the FBI to get rid of information that doctors have put on about COVID-19, just to name one thing. So if they're doing it for that, what else are they doing it for? Also, another California representative said, well, illegal immigrants have the right to bear arms too. Well, they're not. Our Constitution doesn't apply to the whole planet. Definitely doesn't apply to people that are here illegally. I mean, they're already here illegally. If they pick up a firearm, they have no ID. They have no way of background checking them. They literally bypass all gun legislation and law countermeasures, all of them. I mean, if they pick up a gun, that is a felony weapons charge on top of, because they can't legally have it. No matter how they obtain it. If I sell a gun, I'm getting a bill of sale, and I'm going to see some kind of ID. So something happens, I say, hey, I sold it to this guy, and I have some kind of paper trail exonerating myself from any wrongdoing. And if you're selling a gun private party, if somebody seems weird to you, back out of the deal. Just, you know what, man, let me get back with you later. I'm kind of changed my mind about selling this gun or whatever, kind of downplay it a little bit. So, and that is just befuddling to me how they've shit the bed here so bad. And you think it's not this administration's fault when they reversed all of Trump's immigration policies. We're seeing nothing but 25-ish-year-old men coming across the border. You're seeing people holding brand new smartphones in very expensive clothing. Okay, these aren't poor, impoverished people. Somebody's telling these people to come here. And again, if it's, not a coincidence, it's happening in an election year. The worst part about election years are the sideshows. And again, and I called it out a couple months ago. I said every month, 6 weeks, there's going to be a new sideshow. Oh, Trump said there's going to be a bloodbath, this, that, and the other thing. I mean, you hate Trump. I get it. That's fine. I'm not his biggest fan either. But I'm even way less of a fan of this government corruption that's just been allowed to happen in plain daylight. Nancy Pelosi's insider trading. AOC, how is she worth $20 million? Oh, her book deal. Okay, show me. Show me where Audible, people have bought her book on Audible or bought it in store or in person in stores. Who the hell's going to read her book? You hear her grilling that... oh, damn it. I don't know who the hell he was. But she's, oh, well, what is Biden guilty of? Well, RICO. Well, that's just a broad term. What is he guilty of? Well, I have three. Well, what is he guilty of? If you shut the fuck up and let him answer the goddamn question, talking over the top of him doesn't make you right. It just makes you look like a fucking idiot. Even more so than everybody knows you are. And if you think she's an amazing, bright young lady, you have no credible opinion on anything. Or if you can't see Biden has dementia, you got no credibility on anything. I mean, I know somebody's like, well, he's surrounded himself by really good people. You should read his economy restructure bill. It's just second to none. God, if you think that crazy old geezer is running anything, I just don't know what to tell you. You're just simply not that intelligent. So, but yeah, with banning apps, they're going to have a even thinner reason next time. And then next time they're going to go after X because Elon Musk actually opened it up to freedom of speech. And people like, well, it's impeding my freedom of speech. So I got to pay $8 a month for it. Well, you're paying for that cell phone plan that you're probably watching this on, didn't you? You had to pay for that phone. I mean, what do you want? Pay $8 a month and actually have free speech? Or do you want it to be free and be ran by the advertisers that are supporting this free application? And you're only complaining because you were fine with getting rid of Trump off of there. You were fine with banning him from Spotify and Spotify. I mean, how the hell? You were fine with all that because it went with your political agenda. I didn't hear a peep out of you. Oh, well, that's hate speech. Oh, Jesus goddamn Christ. I mean, I don't know. For too long, you've been enabled and allowed to just discredit anything you don't agree with, and nobody can call you out or correct you because it's an unpopular opinion. And it's gone way too far, and it's swinging the other way where, people got to start getting called out, and you can't just say, well, you can't say that about her. She's a minority female. I think anybody who is an idiot is an idiot. It doesn't matter what your denomination is. No, I'm not going to cover that in this video. Nope, not relevant enough. I've bounced around to too many topics as it is. I was gonna do all these things in separate videos, but you know me, I just kind of go off on my tangent. But so I mean, Elon Musk said, once you lose freedom of speech, you're not getting it back. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but you're not voting your way out of this one. You just simply aren't. Like I said, Pelosi's insider trading that she's doing with total impunity. That's just one of the biggest examples. And I heard Dan Crenshaw is even doing the same thing. Like, motherfucker, you were the chosen one. And Luttrell. There's Marcus and then his brother. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting his goddamn name, but he's a representative. And like, you guys were fucking Navy SEALs, man. Run in there and clean fucking shop. Arrest people. Get rid of them. I mean, they own the FBI. I mean, these people, I guess, just aren't wanting to bite the hand that feeds them, I suppose. I mean, they're worried about their pensions and everything else. I mean, okay, cool, I get that. But, you have a duty in your line of work to stand up for the principles and values and shit that we've ran on very well for a lot of years. And that whole thing has just come crumbling down at this point. That whistleblower from Boeing, of course, don't remember his name. Part of the problem with lumping a lot of these things in, I do look into these things, so I make sure I remember names and shit, but I I'm not going to remember all this stuff. I'm lumping too many things in at once here, but he was found dead. And he even said, if I'm found dead from a suicide, I did not kill myself. And he straight up called it, and we're all calling it. What is Boeing up to? And I even saw something, this is not validated, credible thing that I saw. I didn't dig into it yet. You know, again, I can't spend hours and hours and hours digging into all these things. I'm just kind of skimming the surface here. You know, I can't do it for 35 views. You know, I'm not, you know, I get a lot more traction and have more than 250 subscribers. Then I can really dig into this stuff, like some of these really shit hot YouTubers. But they're saying Hillary Clinton is in bed with them somehow. Oh, shocking. You know, nobody has 50 plus acquaintances that just conveniently seem to be committing suicide when they can take you down. So yeah, been talking long enough. So election prediction, martial law or something. They're going to just keep up the sideshows. I'll do another video when they do. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. Working on a new background for my set. It's going to be really cool. And some other things. Yeah, that's all I got. Stay tuned for more of what's on my mind today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.